By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome y'all into race number 10 of the Bad Company Racing Late Model Stock Series here on a Wednesday night. We're here at USA International this week after coming off the heels of last week's race at Charlotte Legends Oval. Sorry, I had a little brain fart. Where we saw Brandon Elvis, driver number 54, pick up another race win on the season. As always, joined by Mr. Kyle, the Wildman Wellman. Kyle, how you doing tonight, brother?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Well, I'm doing good. I know, peek behind the curtain, you just got you a win at Rockingham in the truck, so you're coming in here happy from that, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. New league I've joined just for Wednesday nights. Practice race tonight. Season starts next week, and I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Right on. So that's the trucks at Rockingham. Kyle got him a win in. As these boys here are trying to finish up the final few minutes of happy hour here. Like I mentioned, USA, tough track, but it's the first track we all basically race at when we get on iRacing. It's one of the free tracks when we start out in street stock. So this track holds definitely a sweet spot to me. How do you feel about it there, Kyle, wild man?
You know, I haven't raced on this track since 2018 in my rookie street stocks, so don't know how much has changed in the last couple of years, but it's definitely a fun track to race. You can kind of get that outside going, so there might be a little bit of door banging tonight, but I think we're going to be right on top of each other this week.
I think so too with these late model stocks. And folks, if I sound a little nasally or congested, I actually missed last night. Didn't do a broadcast because I've had such a head cold, like I'm sure seems like everybody I speak to right now has one, so bear with me on that. If I do go silent for a little bit, just know Tanner's over hacking his lungs up, and Wellman's trying to basically survive because he's going to be hearing it where y'all won't, so just bear with us for that. We got about 4 minutes remaining until we head on into qualifying, so we're going to throw on Joshua Rootsford's music and give you the sights and sounds of USA, and we'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, folks, we are back here, and you saw it in real time right there. This track just changed in the blink of an eye, literally. As you saw the sun start to set here in Lakeland, Florida, as these drivers get ready to head off into qualifying. I'm really excited about tonight because these cars are not normally. Normally, we're racing these cars on a very, very tight, compact track, like the likes of Charlotte Legends we saw last week. Well, this week we're at USA International, a track that's a fairly little bit bigger, right? Still a short track, right? Still not a mile in length or nothing like that. But in these cars, it just feels bigger. As we have Mr. Ogbarn here in the 01 car, currently out there for his qualifying effort here. As we pull up a side ticker, give y'all a glimpse into qualifying. As Ogbarn's coming around for lap number 1, I believe. Samuel Lawson went provisional pole.
I think Dale just had a little bit too high of an entry in 3 and 4 and lost some of that time. We'll see if he tucks it down a little bit lower this time, as he does.
So the ticker on Dale is showing 01, but the side of his car showing the 33. We got to head on in to watch Brian Zimmerman's second lap around the track here. So Zimmy's first lap around was a 21.27. That was fast enough for a provisional pole. Let's see if he can get a little quicker here. Looks like he wraps the bottom really good there, but may got a little loose. And Zimmy coming off a win last night in the Tour Mods at Five Flags, I believe, and he may have won Monday night as well. He did. So Zimmy going for the trifecta this week here in Cricket Line Racing, guys. Gonna have some competition out here though on Wednesday night, as he does every night. Ryan Gravel coming to start his qualifying effort here.
How about Tyler Johnson going P2, only 100th off of Zimmerman's time?
Ooh, right there. I want him going to see if Johnson can get faster and going to see what Gravel can do right here as well. So Gravel off turn 4. Going to see what his first scoring lap can do as Johnson just passed for his second lap. Didn't get faster, actually matched his first lap, did Tyler Johnson, as Gravel goes P3 on the board. It looks like the first lap's the money lap right now, as it goes in regards to speed, Kyle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think maybe the tires just get too hot on that first lap, being right there on the bottom, and a lot of sun on the track right now. Might be
see if
making it a little more slick.
Trend. Gravel bucks it a little bit, gets a little quicker. He went to P2 on his second lap there, so. And then Justin Coleman just went P4, so a lot of heavy hitters inside that top 5 right now. As now Christopher Smith rolling off pit road to start his qualifying effort as well. I'm actually going to jump on board Chris here. Give y'all a look at USA in the car, as that's the wrong button, Tanner. There we go. Dodged it all the way down, actually clipped the apron a little bit there. I saw that. Now, something I want to touch on here. You said outside wall there, coming off turn 2 and coming off turn 4. It's almost as if that thing reaches out and grabs you. That's going to be something these drivers got to face and deal with all night long, as Chris's first time lap is going to be fast enough for P2 for the 80 machine. He's with a 21.23. According to our scoring and timing that we use here, Wild Man, they actually tied in regards to that lap, 21.23.
Yeah, that's got to be a piece of paper thin difference right there.
Zach Murphy in the black and red number 29 machine. This is his first lap as he runs that turn 2 going down the back stretch. Going to see what he can do with the number 29 machine here, as he's had a really good season thus far in the super lates. But I'll tell you what, it's been a season of big winners, right? Brandon Nevis has got him 3 race wins. Justin Coleman's also got 3 race wins. Brian Zimmerman currently holding down the pole position. He's still winless in this season. How much longer will that go? Will the streak end tonight, or the drought, we'll call it?
I tell you what, he's been saying for the past couple weeks that his bad luck's ending soon, and when it does, they better watch out. Maybe tonight's the night.
Hey, to go out with a trifecta, as Zach Murphy goes P6, to win all 3 CLR races in 1 week, that'd be a good way to put an end to the code spell.
Yeah, the top 5 here are just all literally under a tiny blanket in times.
Look at that. Your top 10, all of them within a tenth of each other. How crazy is that? That's what these late model cars, they do provide. As it looks like qualifying has completed. It looks like Mr. USA Firearms.com's very own picked up the USA Firearms Pole Award. Brian Zimmerman put it in the top spot as we get that grid rocking and rolling here. So Brian Zimmerman, Chris Smith, that's row 1. And then row number 2, starting to the inside, is going to be Brian Gravel, Tyler Johnson to his outside. And the points leader coming into tonight, Go Chain Cowboy, number 14, going to be rolling off P5.
Starting in 6th place is Zach Murphy. Dalton Creech 7th. 8th belongs to Todd Lamphere. Sam Lawson in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Rob Hottenbach.
And then in P11, we got Mr. Chris Sawyer, number 51. Had some trouble at the Legends Oval. Going to see if he can bounce back here tonight, have a good finish. Starting to his outside is Ogburn. He's showing number 01, but we know the side of his car does say 33. Then 13th, we have Derek Stanley. 14th, Kevin Prettyman. Daniel Sweat, Evil Knievel, rounding out the top 15 here tonight.
Starting in the 16th position is Mitchell Muma. 17th is Brandon Elvis, starting in the back, seeing if he can make his way all the way to the front tonight, as he was the winner last week. 18th belongs to Jeff Dillon. 19th is Larry Bell, and 20th is Gary Wright.
See, that is it. So 20 late model stocks coming out here tonight for the Bad Company Racing Late Model Stock Series. 23 strong. Remember that, 23 strong. Anthony Rennick, we're still thinking and praying about you, buddy. Haven't heard really any updates, so I need to meet actually with Sweat after this race to see if there's an update of sorts on Mr. Rennick. As tonight's race sponsor, Race Chatter. Catch us live every Saturday night. This week, I don't know who the guests are, honestly, for this week. Don't have anybody really lined up right now. Might finally be the first appearance of Mr. Mark Arthur. So, have to wait and see on that. If you missed last week's episode that featured the Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Fleet, go back and catch that here on our YouTube channel. As now, we just wait for the pace car. Make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Then it's 100 laps here at USA International.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who makes some wild moves to get to the bottom here in the opening laps before that high side really starts getting going and getting rubbered up.
I'm wondering with a car like these, Wellman, I mean, they're notorious a little low on the power, right? Pretty low when it goes to power. Will that high side even be vital? I think at low lines where you got to basically be. So I agree. It's going to be very interesting to see what somebody will do in order to get to that low side.
Yeah, I think people will definitely try the outside, but I think these turns are so wide in length that the outside's really not going to get a good run on exit like you will have on the inside.
All right, first start. It's in the hands of Barney Fox Jr., the flag man. As green flag is out. They're all got a good start, just 2 by 2 as far back as the eye can see, 10 rows deep. Looks like Chris Smith had the advantage on entry there, but you just see the low line. It's dominant. Brian Gravel going to try to fill the gap. Actually gets a little loose to the inside of Chris Smith. As, quick yellow already. And remember, no fast
repairs tonight.
No fast repair. So let's see what happened. And Kyle, also, I didn't tell you, I need you to help remember to ask them who's at fault if you need to, if you don't hear anybody do it. And the EOL, I did make you admin, so you can do that for me if you're in the session, I just.
I'm not actually in the session.
You're such a failure at life. Let's see what happened here with Hottenbach here. Got really high there, missed the corner going off in turn 1. Just walks the dog sideways. Catches the 51 of Sawyer, who I said needed a bounce back.
Not the Cougars car.
It was.
It looked like he just got up in the marbles up there and got the power to the wheels too much and just looped it. Poor Chris just almost had it by, had no idea this was even happening, and just got hit in the right rear.
A victim of circumstance here was Chris Sawyer, number 51.
Yeah.
Almost
just a little nudge. Great job by everybody else not piling in there,
Absolutely. So let's go on board with Chris Sawyer here to see what he saw. But look, he don't never even see Hottenbach even up there out of shape, Wellman. Has no idea.
Oh yeah, he never even knew it. He never even tried to fix the steering because he had no idea it was even coming.
Along for the ride.
Good
Luckily
job.
for him, though. Not a lot of damage.
Yeah, good job. Good job minimizing the damage on that one. Just maybe a couple scratches here on the left side, but that's about it.
Guys, look at the Thunderbird. That is beautiful. Looks like he will be the wave around car here in between the leader and the pace car.
He's got a beautiful Thunderbird, and I like my Coors, but Zimmerman with those black headlights on his Thunderbird, oh man, that's beautiful.
So I was wondering why those are so different. Just sitting there looking at them, and I see it now. Mitchell's grill is a lot different than Zimmy's, huh? Look, Chris Sawyer has a little grill. Whereas,
I think Mitchell has the 80s front end of the Thunderbird, and Zimmerman has the early 90s.
I got you. And then the pace car is gender neutral. It don't have any air nose on it. Basically, it's a fake one. I just like saying gender neutral, so I had to throw it out there.
Is it a new big word for you this week?
No, I've said it for a while, but I mean, look at it. It's a mix between like 7 different cars. Because I heard my voice crack there. Folks, I promise you I'm not going through puberty. Having a rough time with the old voice box this week. But please bear with us there. I promise you I am not in the middle of puberty. At least I hope not, at least. Oop, I forgot to take down the pole award. But yep, 23 strong. You see bottom right of your screen that I've had hidden behind the pole award. I apologize for that. I'm bad at my job. As it looks like these boys are going to be re-racked and restacked. They're going to try it again, but this time it's going to be single file. Ottenbach right there got loose up in the marbles. Stuff happens out here when you're racing, but that shows just how on edge these guys are. Missed the corner just by a little bit, Kyle, and around she went.
Yeah, we're going to have a single file restart here, it looks like. So, Christopher Smith got a really good jump last restart. Let's see if he can do it. Maybe get a run on the inside of Zimmerman.
As the field's on the loud pedal here down Broadway. Looks like the top 2 get a pretty good line. Zimmerman looked like I thought he was going down to the fin right then. But Chris Smith was nowhere near right there. So I don't know. Maybe Zimmy may have spun the tires a little bit. But now this single file restart, it can either help or hamper. Just depends on if you're going to be on the outside lane or not, if it was double file. But right now, Chris Smith would have been outside row number 1. Instead, he's sitting second, sitting pretty. Let's see if he can race down and chase down our race leader, Brian Zimmerman.
Yeah, I think right now you're just going to sit here and settle, save some tire, minimize whatever time on pit road you're going to have.
Right. We heard they cannot make it in practice. They cannot make it the distance on fuel, right? They can only go about 80 laps. And I was hearing also, if you could even go the 80 laps, I don't think you want to with the right front the way it's wearing. So apparently the right front is very, very drastic out here in how it's wearing. That's going to be something to see. And also it should start to get nightfall here. Hopefully it should start to get dark as this race starts to go on. That's also going to make the track naturally a little bit tighter, right? Going to get a little cooler. So might even start using that right front even more. So a lot of storylines to watch here. And also don't forget, Zimmerman hunting down first win of the season. So I know he wants to be out front. Oh, actually may have tapped the wall a little bit there, Cal.
Yeah, I think he needs to bag it down a little bit. He's really pushing on exit where Christopher Smith is keeping it nice and low on exit.
As Tyler Johnson way high. Sorry. Thought Johnson was going to pancake the wall
there. He tried to shove it back down in there in front of Zach Murphy, but just wasn't quite enough room.
I don't think quite enough. I don't think there was any room to even try it right then. That was scary. That was scary.
There is a reason there's a number 5 spray painted on the left front fender there.
Yeah, because the other one got worn off.
Just in case he loses it, they know what pit stall to put it in.
All right. So look, but we saw Johnson get up high one time out of the groove. Now look, Preach, Tiger King to the inside, number 36. Going to see if 26 of Lamphere can follow suit here, as I believe he's going to. So Johnson, a man on the island trying to get down, might have an opportunity here, but he's going to do it kind of dangerously, not able to get down.
Yeah, I think you just back it up on exit right here and cut down right in front of Lawson and take that hole before that one sews up too.
Right, because if you don't, that hole will be filled very, very quick, right? They're going to fill that hole in very quick. So right here, should be able to get down just depending on where Party Boy is, Lawson. As like Lawson's off a little bit, so the 5 car able to get down as we head back up front here. It's still all Mr. Brian Zimmerman as we are coming to take lap number 15 of 100.
Yeah, these top 3, they're the top of the field right now. I don't know if they're racing hard, saving, or what. I think they're just trying to stay nose to tail just in case something does happen.
We know Zimmerman loves to save some fuel, right? Can you really save a lot of fuel when you have 2 people hounding you right there, right? Maybe he can back the pace down a little bit, but he can't afford to back it down a lot because he's going to get ran over, 1, or 2, he's going to lose the lead pretty quick. The one guy I'm watching right here is somebody actually not even on the screen, but it's P4, Justin Coleman. He's won 3 races this season, so he's bad fast, comes in the points leader. He's bad fast, right? Bad fast. What's he doing right now? What's going through his mind as he's seeing the top 3 break away a little bit? Not a huge gap, but a little bit in front of him. Is he kind of backing the pace down, saving the equipment, saving the fuel? Always interesting to see here when you see a fast guy kind of laying in the weeds like a snake waiting to strike.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to manage the gap out front, but then save because he's got a decent gap behind him too. I think he's going to have a mixture of both strategies here.
Let's jump on board with Coleman. Not really putting a whole lot of wheel into it there at all, really, to get that car to turn. Not having to catch it on the exit. So that tells me he's definitely not pushing the 14.
Yeah, he's not taking it out to the wall very soon either, so that'll save a little bit of tire too.
Ooh, had to catch it a little bit there. I think something may have happened to Prettyman. I want to go back and see here. Went down. Oh, he's just going to pit, ain't he? Oh, no, just got down the apron. Not sure.
Maybe got loose somewhere and just decided to let everybody by instead of pulling it back up on track.
It's telling me he got an off track. That's why I clicked on there, but I don't know. I think you probably hit the nail on the head. But top 3, they look to be the fastest of the night thus far, as we are already a quarter of a way into tonight's event. As it does go by fast, so I want to jump on board with Zimmerman now. I know you're going to see a lot of cockpit shots tonight, folks, because like I said, they can't make it on fuel, and tires are huge and valuable. So I just want to try to get a glimpse as a fellow driver to see how they're attacking the track, whether they're pushing or trying to save. I mean, Zimmy's driving it off in there really deep, Cal. I know you can't hear it, but he's in the corner really, really deep. He's hard on the throttle, really hard on exit. If the 28's saving, he's not saving a whole lot.
Another thing I'm noticing too is he's got the offset of his steering more to the right. I feel like that's going to wear your right front out more in the turns with you naturally turning to the right to go straight.
Right. I think it's all a preference, right? I think if you get in there and start cranking on it, it's definitely going to. But so I don't know about you. I want mine to be straight up and down. I don't like it left or right. There's something going on with Johnson. Oh, electrical issue. But yeah, I like mine being straight up and down, I think. Oh, no.
I like mine being straight up and down at most tracks, but Talladega, Daytona, I want to crank to the right just a bit. That way, when I'm turning into the turn, I know, like, if I have the wheel straight up and down, I've got the perfect amount of turn to Talladega and Daytona turns. That makes sense.
You like it just to the right a little bit, leaning right, how you like your men, right?
Yeah.
I got you. As already, I said a quarter of the way through this while ago. Tandem mass very good. Now we're almost a quarter of the way through this event. Coming to lap number 25. It's been all Brian Zimmerman out front, Chris Smith, Brian Gravel. They started 1, 2, 3. That's how they run currently. Justin Coleman started 5th up to P4. And Zach Murphy started 6th up to P5. Looks like our biggest faller thus far is Sam Lawson. Oh my goodness, that's ugly.
You got a lot of right front damage.
Let's go see what
and left front.
Let's see if we can find what happened to Sam here.
Oh, just a little.
Did he get a
bump
shot
by Ogburn? Just a tiny one, but just enough on the left to get him loose. Oh yeah, just a little nudge.
Just a kiss is all it was, and Sam was ultimately just along for the ride after that.
That reminds me of the early 2000s NASCARs, where if you even think about getting close to them, they're spinning.
There's that car right there. It's pouting. It's not feeling good, and it don't look good either. So that's going to be
Tell you
something
what,
that Lost has to manage all night.
his brakes will feel good though. They're gonna be cool all night.
Yeah. Oh, we got a battle for the race lead heating up here.
Oh, was there a
Chris-
bumper given maybe?
I don't know. Chris Smith to the inside of Brian Zimmerman, as we can go back and check on it in just a second. But they are still battling side by side. Now look at here, we got a 4-car battle here for the race lead. Zimmerman, a man on an island like we saw Tyler Johnson earlier on that high side. Justin Coleman right there now as well. Looks like Zach Murphy may be catching these boys as well. New race leader out front is Chris Smith. Brian Grable trying to get the drive off the corner to get underneath the 80. Ultimately not able to do it that time by.
Yeah, the way they were lined up when we came back to their shot is almost like Zimmerman was up the track, maybe had gotten loose or gotten a bumper to him, maybe.
Wow.
Yep,
Oh,
there it
yeah,
is, right there.
It is. Good call, Wildman.
Good old-fashioned bump and run.
Wildman knows when there's been bumpers or tempers flared anywhere out here, right? He knew.
Hey,
He knew.
I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two.
Right?
Oh, Grable's the bump. Oh,
no, leaders
go
going down.
Zimmerman. Oh, no. Oh, top
four.
four destroyed. Poor Zimmerman tried to avoid it and got pancaked from both ends. This is how you don't do a bump and run.
Hey, thank you for that, Cal. Let them know. See what happens here. 05. Ooh, just gets on the throttle. Either gets on the throttle a lot better than the 80 or just gets on it way early. It's hard to tell, right?
I'm trying to figure out where they got the momentum to slide back up to the wall so hard. They're slow right here, and all of a sudden, whoop.
Man, oh man.
I think that's going to give Dalton Creech the lead.
It's telling me, that's what I was thinking, but it's telling me Justin Coleman. And now a very busy pit road as well.
Justin Coleman might have kept it straight there.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
Coleman stayed out on the track, whereas everybody else pitting.
He definitely got the least amount of damage in that. But these guys, they don't have a fast repair, so they're going to have to fix whatever they can under yellow here and hope it handles good afterwards.
Yeah, we need to get a shot of all the guys. Ooh, that's not good. Murphy wasn't involved. Who was next? Gravel. Their names are jumping down because they're on pit road.
Gravel's the one that had Zimmerman pancaked. He was in the middle of Christopher Smith and Brian Zimmerman when they all slammed into the wall.
Very, 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 very rarely here do you see multiple top contenders go out in one fell swoop, right? But I think Gold Chain is, oh no, these boys are on pit road still. They're going to go lap down if they don't get rolling. As Chris
Smith out just in time. Looks like he's going to be the only one making it.
Zimmerman does not. Gravel does not.
Wondering if they had some meatball damage.
That's a very good possibility.
I tell you what, though, who wasn't involved, and he's peeking his way up there, is Brandon Elvis sitting in 7th position.
He is our biggest mover thus far. Well, him and Daniel Sweat both up. Well, actually, no. So Elvis had started dead last, right? So Elvis has gained 13 spots, whereas Sweat's only gained 10. So, yeah, Elvis is definitely moving forward and had a 12-second stop. So that tells me probably 2 tires on that last stop.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. It could work for him. Loosen that car up a little bit.
Right. 30 or taking lap number 35, probably not intent and like planning on pitting anymore. Get your fuel and get your tires now. So Hottenbach, we saw him go around earlier, back up to P4, so perseverance pays off. Looks like he did not take tires. He only had a 9-second stop, same as Lamphere. And now remember, Zach Murphy did pit. He had an 11.12 stop, so it's hard to tell on tires or not with him, to be honest. See if Zimmerman's out on track now again.
Tell you what, watch for Todd Lamphere in the 3rd position there. He's hungry for a win, too.
He is. He is. Lights pace car is off as Coleman fires him off. He got a little bit of damage from that incident as well, but not nearly as bad as the others. But we're going to see if it's going to hamper that car, how it handles here. Any type of tire damage or suspension damage is really going to hurt you. But right here, it looks to be pretty good, but it looks like that fender is laid in a little bit.
Tell you what, Daniel Sweat driving the wheels off that thing right now in that early 2000s Pontiac.
So big points implications from that last wreck, as well as Zimmy came into tonight P3 in the points. Gonna lose some to Justin Coleman here unless he can get some timely cautions, get back on the lead lap and pick up some spots. Brandon Elvis comes in P2 on the night, and like you mentioned, he's making his way up to the field. Elvis already up to P7 and still moving forward, almost 3 wide to a teammate.
He's in a hornet's nest right now. Mitchell Moonman's not going to give an ounce. Had to as he got loose out of the turn. You see what I'm seeing though, Tanner? Lights are starting to come on. Track's getting dark. It's about to get fast and slick.
It is.
Oh,
Heidenbach into
scrub
the
of the wall
there.
there.
But back up front here, I'm trying to gauge if Murphy took tires or not, and it's kind of honestly pretty hard to tell here.
He was down pit road. I'm gonna say he probably only took 2 though, in order to enough time to fill up.
He had an 11-second stop versus everybody else's 13-second. The ones that took tires is 13 seconds, unless he was just that much better out of his box or in his box and out of his box, right? Hard to tell.
Yeah. I guess the question here is going to be, how's that left front damage going to hurt or help Coleman here?
Right. As you see him barreling off in the corner there, as it is starting to get a little bit darker. That's a pretty cool shot.
Yeah, looking at that beautiful Florida sunset.
It'd only be prettier if you were standing somewhere to the outside of the track and we could see your face too. You'd be waving at us Forrest Gump style, like you're doing on the boat.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. He said, "You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan."
Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan.
As Murphy right here to the back bumper, how they was earlier. Gonna see if he can make the 14 machine force a mistake out of 14, or is 14 gonna pick up race win number 4?
Tell you what, we've seen 3 chrome horns tonight already. 2 of them didn't work so well. 1 really didn't work so well, but 1 of them did work. 2 didn't. So you guys might be a little bit on edge about using that bumper now.
Oh, send her, bud. Don't wreck her, but send it.
Still gonna send that.
I just can't believe we took out 4 people in the course, or 3 really.
The top 4 at that.
And Coleman,
top 4 in points too.
Coleman came out. I can't say unscathed because that left front says different, right? We're going a good battle heating up back here for P3. The bad man is coming. Evil Knievel, he's all black now. To the inside of Lamphere, and he gets it done. Tyler Johnson trying to follow, do the same as well.
Oh, we got him there a little hot.
I thought he was going to slide up into
him.
Up
the track a little bit. Good awareness by Todd to not let him make contact.
It's going to be taking lap number 47 this time by.
I can't believe we're already almost halfway. We have great battles already all race. I can't imagine what it's going to be like with 20 to go.
I can't believe our top 2 have got this far away from the pack in this amount of time. I mean, pretty quick.
Sweat's reeling him in though. He's pulled a gap on Tyler Johnson there, and he's running those leaders down.
Fastest car on the track though. Go Chain Cowboy. Last time by, check this time by the stripe. 21:39 for Go Chain. 21:42 for Murphy. Yep, fast guy on the track once again. Go Chain Cowboy. I think you put clean air on this guy's nose, and he just knows what to do with it. I'm gonna start calling him the Intimidator because he can see the air. He just knows what to do with it.
Yeah, I think he's thinking, what left front damage? There ain't no left front damage.
Well, let's see. He may not even see it.
Just a scratch.
He don't even know it's there.
He can't. Yeah, he don't know it's there. Wheel looks straight. It's just another day, another Wednesday afternoon drive.
But now my question, fuel. They could go 80 laps. They've had 2 cautions. One of them was quick. Is that enough?
See, that's the thing. Coleman didn't pit.
Right.
Does he think he's saved enough? Zach Murphy pit. He's got plenty to go to the end.
Zach Murphy can go to the end and maybe take the kids to the drive-in after this, right? But Coleman, I don't think he can make it up here, right? Maybe he can. Now, we saw him when this race started. He was running fourth, basically just kind of chilling, right? But even still, it's a lot of laps.
If he can make it to the end, we're teching the car, and we're looking for some of those smoky unit 2-inch fuel lines.
It's coming up on Brian Zimmerman there. Heartbreak for Zimmerman there. Did nothing wrong, basically. Was just a innocent bystander in the ordeal.
Yeah, lucky for Zimmy, he did win the pole, so that'll be an extra bonus point for him towards the points. But
you know what
still,
pisses me off in Grayville? I know you're watching this. This is what pisses me off. Y'all wreck, all that. Go to click on Grayville's name, he put it on the hauler. Just put it on the hauler. At least could have finished that. Oh, Zimmy. But that's what happens, though. You do stay on the track. You almost get in the way because you are so much slower. Like Zimmy might be pulling it down now. Nope, just letting the pack by.
I tell you what, his rear end's knocked to the left a little bit.
Back on the wall there, too. Yeah, that 28 is worse for wear.
Hey, every spot counts. You never know. There's still 48 laps left. There could be some guys wrecking out here soon. There's some extra points.
It's like Coleman's opened up a little bit over Zach Murphy. But I'm worried about fuel for the go chain. I'm really worried about fuel.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why Zach was pushing him so much to get him to use that fuel so he couldn't save.
If Zach is aware of that, right, I would be right there just hounding him. I would be overdriving my stuff, basically, right? Just forcing the 14's hand and not being able to save. But, I mean, listening to him here, let me lay out. Not saving at all. I mean, he's driving it maybe a car length deeper than I even could, right? I mean, even would. So he's definitely not saving. He's driving the wheels off that 14.
You can see he's straightening the wheel pretty early on the exit of the turn. That just means he's starting to get a loose, which means he's just giving a little too much throttle. So, yeah, I'd say he's not saving.
I thought Sweat might start to reel these guys in because it's almost a guarantee he is on. Well, no, it ain't a guarantee. He had an 11-second stop as well. Tyler Johnson had a 14-second stop. Maybe he's on tires.
So here's my question, Tanner. Are these the cars that we actually start the race with only 7 gallons in? And maybe Coleman came in under that first caution.
Pit. Coleman has pit stop 0. That's a good point, though. Because that's very interesting to think on.
Oh, tags the wall there on exit a little bit.
Now, iRacing scoring timing, it's lied to me prior, right? But it does say 0 stops. He has not went down pit road yet.
I can't remember if it's these cars or the Tormons, but
these sometimes start with 7.
Yeah, we start with 7. If you come in under a quick caution at the beginning, like we had with Rob Hottenbach, you top it off and you're good to go to the end.
Absolutely.
Not only that, you're going to use up more fuel than the guys that are going to pit later on. You're going to have a little bit better handling than them at the end.
As Brandon Elvis right here racing with Todd Lamphere, going to see if he can get by and put himself inside the top 5. A shout out to the 26 of Lamphere here. Very, very, very strong night thus far out of the 26 car.
Yeah, he's holding his own as Brandon looks to the inside here. I don't think he's going to get it, but he's going to show it. Just try to get Todd to mess up a little bit.
That's what I love about short track racing. That's chess game right there, boys and girls. He's showing that nose down the backstretch as if he's going to throw it down in there, right? And basically all he's trying to do is scare that 26 and they're thinking, oh, crap, he's coming. And then he basically goes high, gives him the lane. Doing it again.
He's going to do it again.
Nose, just trying to force the 26 to think he's coming.
Oh.
Whoa, he may have been actually
I thought he was going to use it. I think he's going to use it right here if he doesn't have it.
He's definitely getting the drive off a lot better than the 26 right here. So the 26... I thought he was going to give it up. He was a little door bang action.
Door banging.
As they
if he doesn't get, yep, hits him again on entry.
Let's see if the 26 can get back to the 54. Now, if I'm the 54, I'm getting going. I'm not giving you a chance to even touch me anymore. I'm going to get going. We're going to see what Brandon Elvis can do now that he's inside the top 5. Hell of a night here for the 54 car. Started 20th, already up to 5th. So that 54 machine, he's bad fast, just needs the time and the laps to get there and maybe battle for the race lead here. As we head back up front, it's still all Gold Chain Cowboy. Zach Murphy sitting P2. Daniel Sweat in P3. Actually is starting to reel those guys in some. Has it down to a second and a half now.
Yeah, well, the front two battling, he's been able to save a little bit, so maybe he's saved enough to try and catch them, or maybe the two have just worn their stuff out and they're coming back to him instead.
Tyler Johnson holding down P4 and Brandon Elvis P5. So I'm 100% positive Elvis Johnson both took 2 tires. The top 3, I can't tell you one way or another. We know Coleman definitely didn't. We know for certain he didn't because he has not ventured down pit road. So his pit window will be coming up in the next 15 or so laps. Add on a few laps just because of the cautions, the way they flew. But if he can stretch this out here, I believe, like you said, I think him and Smokey Unick's been in a conversation or something, been in the garage together. That's crazy to get 20 extra laps out of a car.
Yeah, it's not unheard of, but not very often unless there's a little bit of extracurricular activities going on with those cars.
Unless Captain Saves Some Fuel Kilroy's in the car, right?
Yeah, I mean, in real life, I don't think these cars really have a good enough clutch to do that.
No,
but
you
I'm
would
sure
burn,
Dalton can find a way.
You would burn that clutch up in no time, dude. I would think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these aren't no super late or NASCAR clutches. These are probably like stage 2 clutch you find in a Honda Civic.
I would venture to get. I bet the super late models would burn up a clutch pretty quick.
Yeah, but they got the money. They can fix it. Oh, Zinni, watch that wall.
Coming in hot there. So hard.
What'd that barrel do to you?
Disappointing night, though, for the 28. I know he's going to be heartbroken for tonight. Put it on pole, and ultimately, looks like his night's going to come to an end here for the number 28 machine. Guys, look at the, whoa, we leave, come back, and Coleman has almost a second lead over Zach Murphy now.
Yeah, but Coleman just drove it in real deep, and that turn almost slid into the wall. Maybe he's just practicing. He's bored up there. He's practicing some new stuff.
I promise you, he's anything but bored. You've been out front in some of these leagues. You don't get the opportunity to be bored very often.
Tell you what, Sweat's still reeling him in though. He seems to be getting closer.
Sweat's most definitely reeling them in. Now it's about 1.4. So definitely getting closer. And when I said 1.5 earlier, it was actually like 1.6 and a half. But I didn't want to do all the math, right? So he's actually gained almost 2/10 on them boys.
Tell you what, I will say it's a disappointing Jeff Dillon's not actually out on track tonight. If it's a Jeff Dillon I'm thinking of, I've raced with him before in super late models, and he's really fast at these, and he's very meticulous about how he drives these cars. So maybe next week we can get him out here on track and see what he can do.
I do.
Put some fire under these boys' butts.
I like Jeff Dillon. So we saw Larry Bell, Gary Wright, and Jeff Dillon all turn practice laps, but ultimately did not make the grid. So out of all 3 of them, hopefully everything was okay. Hopefully they just didn't like the way the car felt or something. Hopefully nothing serious happened at home. As now it looks like Tyler Johnson may have gotten to the wall or something last time by. He was telling me he had an incident. I don't see. Well, couldn't see through a wall either right there. Hard to tell really if he has right side damage or not.
It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks fine.
As he definitely needs a new paint scheme, I will say that.
Nah, he likes that beat up looking paint scheme. He's got to replace fenders on it, and you know, it's expensive to get decals made up every week.
I guess.
I'm just picking on you, Tyler.
It's so expensive, we'll just spray paint it in incorrect spots too.
Yep.
Said you want it on the left door? Nah, put it on the left front for me.
Hey, you duck that left front out, they can see it in that little round mirror they got in the cockpit.
Yep.
They know who's coming.
That's 25
left side,
laps to go.
You don't need a number on the left side. That's looking at the infield. They don't matter. You gotta have that number on the right side looking at the fans.
There's a packed house here at USA. Look at them fans out there.
No, they've even got the cameras busted out. I'm seeing some flashes in the sky.
I'm seeing the flashes like every time they go by at the same spot though. I'm starting to wonder if it's like a video game or something.
Man, I tell you what, the old NASCAR Thunder games, driving at night was almost impossible because they got millions of flashes going off at one time. It was pretty cool though. I kind of wish iRacing would implement more of it. Give that atmosphere a little bit of a touch up.
I just wish they'd give us grassier grass, bro.
We got grassier grass a couple years ago. No one even realized it.
The grass does look pretty grassy down there, don't it?
Yeah, it does. We got a new foliage slider now too in the settings that no one's really looked at.
I got mine off for what it's worth. Boy, this is
You don't have very grassy grass.
Yeah, I don't have very grassy grass. As Sweat has reeled him in now, for sure. Reeled in Zach Murphy. So the 07, he's coming. 23 stone on that banner, he's coming.
Thing is Murphy gonna put up a fight or just let him go here? I assume he's gonna put up a fight, and that's just gonna make Sweat use up them tires a little bit.
Definitely gonna have to get by Murphy quick if you want to try your hand at the Cowboy up front. It's Murphy though. Look at that, heads up. Murphy just can let him have it.
Yeah,
This could
Murphy's
be for the
just
race
gonna let
win
him
as
have
well,
it.
by the way. We don't know if Coleman can make it to the end. Now, I gotta keep saying that. 20 laps ago, they could only go 80 laps without cautions. They had 2 cautions that were what may have bought them 6-7 laps extra, maybe, if you were saving. I mean, it's getting close now. It's getting.
It is. He's gonna be right on his number here in about 10 laps, I'd say, after the cautions.
Definitely an interesting story to watch. That's Brody Mears, John Mockern out in chat.
Just about to shout them out. Thank you boys for watching. Keep on this channel here. I think it's going to get exciting here in the next 18 laps.
Subscribe so you never miss a second of the action, Brody. If you hit the subscribe button, you can get here on time and you won't never miss one single lap of action if you're not on track. And also, do me a favor, if you haven't already, thumbs up the video, helps out a ton here. It helps us, it proves to the YouTube algorithm we're good boys and girls, so please give us a thumbs up as man, oh man, Coleman has just stretched it out even further over Zach Murphy coming into some more lap traffic. Derek Stanley out the front windshield of the 14 machine. As Stanley goes high, gives this 14 car the way. And now the next car up is that Ogburn. It is number 33.
Tell you what, I know it's a respectful thing to do to let the leader by, but you're racing to stand a lead lap. Start putting the fight to him, boys. Bunch these boys back up. Let's see them fight.
And folks, that is one reason, one of many, why he is called the Wild Man.
Man, I'll do it if I'm 10 laps down. I don't care.
You definitely will.
I might be racing someone else at 10 laps down. You put me another lap down, all of a sudden I'm not racing them.
You might be doing it at was it Talladega or Daytona in a sponsored race. You and 2 other people, right, might do it. Go 3 wide so they can't pass you, the leaders, when they're coming around.
Yep, I've done it before.
Yeah, I know.
Stay on the bottom, make them go high.
Chris Smith just jumped the pit road, I saw.
Oh no.
And actually quit.
He was in that incident earlier in the race when top 4 came together. I tell you what, Mitchell Muma's just not giving Justin Coleman the arch into the turn there. That's allowed Dalton to gain another half second here.
Well, that's Daniel.
Daniel, yeah.
Dalton Sweat here coming up on.
I've seen the numbers, and they almost look exactly like Creech's number font and outlines and all that. Coleman flirting with that outside wall coming to that opening there.
You talking about Daniel Creech?
Yeah, that one.
Or Dalton Sweat. Dalton, you got me calling him Dalton now. Jesus Christ. Daniel is there. He's definitely there. And I apologize for that, Mr. Sweat.
Late night,
shit, man. That's awesome.
Early work mornings, they'll do it to you.
Yeah. Well, I've been lazy all week. I ain't worked a single day this week. It's been amazing.
Been too busy making paint schemes. Oh, by the way, Byron.
Yeah, he's already talked to me.
I know I've been hounding him to get on you to get his paint scheme done for next week.
Let's see. He asked something like Kyle Larson. Like, dude, I don't do like replicas. I just do whatever I can, basically. Very.
Cool.
I'm very, very, very simple-minded when it comes to painting schemes.
Told him I was going to tell you to just put my name hidden somewhere on there, just getting said a little bit.
I got you. Maybe I'll put yours and his name in there inside a heart. How about that?
Yeah, do it. Do that. Do that.
All right, 10 laps to go here. Go chain has to be. If he can't make it, now we're about to start sand. Pretty quick.
Yeah, it's going to be real soon.
As right now soon.
Oh,
Right
I think
now
he might
soon.
be coming this time.
Right now soon. Sweat taking her down pit road. Jesus, you have got me all flustered now. Coleman taking it down pit road from the race lead. Daniel Sweat now itching for his first Crooked Line Racing win, I do believe. And I'm going to let you call the race while I go verify that.
Yeah, he's got a big lead over second place right now. Is that Zach Murphy in second? I'm guessing that's probably about a 2.5 second lead right now. 7 laps to go. You're just going to be riding, saving what you can, just in case there's a late race caution.
That's all Sweat does not want to see, right? Wants to see anything but a late race caution. As I'm looking up Sweat's stats, he has 58 career Crooked Line Racing starts, has 1 pole award, 15 top 5s, 37 top 10s, 0 race wins. So 6 laps to go here for Daniel Sweat to pick up his first race win here in Crooked Line Racing, as he just needs green and clean and green. No caution for the 07 machine.
Yeah, so far, just looking what I can across the field, doesn't look like there's anyone really near each other right now. So,
trying to go through the field quickly and look. I don't see anybody really near anybody at all. Looks like everybody's minding their P's and Q's here. Maybe all the Pontiac Grand Prix here for the next 5 laps.
yeah, I mean, I said it earlier in the race. Seen that 2000s Pontiac coming through the field.
You just called it, didn't you? You just called it.
Hey, just like I called that Coleman was going to be out of gas. It was about 10 to go.
No, shut up. It was 8 to go.
It was 9.
It was 8. He crossed the line and then went into his pit box. That made it 8.
The Sweat cross line in the lead made it 8. Tell you what, Christopher Sawyer's rebounded back in the top 10, running 8th right now after being involved in that first track.
He absolutely has. A good run for Sawyer. Good run still for Lamphere. The Tiger King having a good run, sitting outside the top 5 right now, P6. Just 3 laps to go. Going to be popsicle sticks up in the air for Daniel Sweat this time by down Broadway here, reaching for his first race win here in the CLR series. As now he just needs 2 not even flawless laps, just 2 no catastrophic failure laps, and he's going to bring this one home.
Yeah, he played the strategy just right. Like, no one else is even close to him right now. No one else that took tires is anywhere near him. Guys that didn't take tires, they're falling back.
As white flag,
he's on rails right now.
Final time down the backstretch for Daniel Sweat. Got a little bit of lap traffic out front. It's not going to play a factor, I do not believe. Hopefully, knock on wood. Final time in 3 and 4 for the Pontiac Grand Prix 07. The Evil Knievel machine coming out turn number 4.
Look at those cameras going. Oh, yeah, we're going to see one heck of a burnout tonight, I think.
Yes, sir. Evil Knievel picked him up on. Daniel Sweat, 07, race win. Zach Murphy brought home P2. And Tyler Johnson, representing Pensacola Beach on the hood of his car, brought home P3.
Nice top 3 by Tyler there.
As Brandon Elvis coming up there to let Sweat know good job. So we're going to see what Sweat gives us here.
He's going to touch the grass, get them tires spinning a little bit. Yep. Ooh, nice slow-mo camera. Only cool guys use slow-mo.
Only cool guys and rednecks that know what that button does. But yes, sir, Daniel Sweat, this winning moment brought to you by BAM Racing Videos. Check him out over on YouTube, as Sweat is super excited to bring home that first CLR victory. First win for him in Crooked Line, first win of the season. Going to really help out the 07 in regards to the points, I do believe.
There's going to be some heavy hitters in the points tonight, hurting after tonight, too.
Absolutely. Justin Coleman comes in the points leader. Ended up bringing it home 11th. His second place brother was Brandon Elvis. He brought it home fairly good. Elvis brought it home 4th. Zach Murphy, Brian Zimmerman. Murphy brought it home second, and Zimmerman brought home 16th. And Zimmerman and Zach were actually tied coming into tonight. But the one thing about Justin Coleman and his points lead, he came into tonight 55 points almost to the good over second place. So, I mean, that's a huge points buffer, but now the drop week will make it interesting. All right, let's see if we can dial up some drivers. I'll talk to third place, and we'll leave you second and first. So, third place, Mr. Tyrod, Tyro, Tyler Johnson, Ty Joe. Got a copy?
I got a copy.
Man, oh man, you brought a car out here. You started P4 in qualifying, and I remember actually now that I'm thinking about it. You started on the outside and basically just kind of freight trained for a little bit, right? And had to fight back. Mid-race caution, kind of shuffled things up. Lap 32, came down, took 2 tires. You brought home P3. So we got, I was skipping everything. Brought home P3. Talk me through your night, brother.
Yeah, no, it was fast qualifying, and then just got stuck on the outside and dropped it like what 8th or something like that, and then yeah, just kind of stuck through the pits. Took a little bit too much gas, so I had to fight through a little bit, but was able to get that inside and just slowly start chipping people away with Coleman running out of gas. That's kind of the only reason I got the third.
So Tyler, I want to ask you. It's been something we've talked about on broadcast before, me and Wellman. The paint scheme. It's all over the place. You got a 5 spray paint on the front. You got no number on the left side. Walk us through the paint scheme and how we ended up with what we ended up with, brother.
Well, I think I don't know, something with trading paints or something like that. Didn't show the numbers, so kind of in a rush, just went on paint, and spray painted a 5 on the side, hoping it would match up somewhere, and it showed up somewhere.
So you got one on the right side, almost perfect placement on the right side. Little off, right, but almost perfect. But the left side, it somehow ended up on the left front.
Yeah, on the light.
Yeah, I don't know how it ended up there, but no harm, no foul. The Pensacola Beach, I was gonna say Chevy, but it don't have a manufacturer either. The Pensacola Beach late model stock brought you home P3 here tonight. Who we got to thank for the podium finish, brother?
Yeah, first off, just want to thank my mom and dad, and then 5 King Motorsports, Butt Kicker, and then RPI, and just everybody else. Thank the team and everything, man. Just got up there, held it.
Right on, brother. Just one bucket of talent, brother. Tyler Johnson, glad to have you back here and glad to have you sitting up here on the podium talking to us, buddy. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, and it's Elite, not RPI, my bad.
Yep, I didn't even hear you say, yep, EPI, Elite, good job.
Yep.
And good job on the P3, brother. RPI, what's wrong with him?
That's what I was thinking.
Like, and then see, as soon as I call him out on that, I get rid of him, right? So then he couldn't. There wasn't no rebuttal for him. All right, let's see if we can find our P2 finisher, Mr. Wildman. Let you get caught up with the P2 guy. Where's he at? Zach Murphy. As the floor is yours.
Zach Murphy, you do it again. You finished second again. Looking bad fast tonight. All over Justin Coleman for the battle for the lead there, but just came up just a hair short tonight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good there. Happy to come home second. Obviously would like to get the win, but didn't quite have the speed tonight for sure.
I mean, it looked like you had some speed. You stayed around. You were patient in the top 5 there for a while. Avoided that big wreck with the top 4 leaders there. What was going through your mind when that happened?
Yeah, that was pretty crucial. We started 6th to start the night and kind of just was riding around. I think we got up to 5th and just, biding your time in the first half of the race, trying to stay out of trouble. And then, yeah, sure enough, those 4 got all racing together, and I was kind of just trying to stay back because I figured these cars are so equal, it's really hard to, just pull away from someone. So they all kind of got bunched up, and then sure enough, there's contact, and I was able to squeeze underneath them. And then, yeah, with that caution, Coleman stayed out, and we all pitted, and kind of just made my bed for the rest of the race here and just had to stay out there and stay on him. And man, he was fast though. He didn't even take tires and I couldn't get him. So he was definitely wheeling it. He was turning 4s and I was slowing down. So I feel like if he, obviously he had the speed tonight, and if he could have been on the same strategy, I think he could have got the W, but glad it played out in our way, and glad to come home second.
Yeah, well, congratulations on second, and it looks like you've moved your way up to second in the point standings too, as well, with this finish. So congratulations on that.
Nope.
Who you got to thank on the car tonight?
Yeah, I think we're actually missing a week too, so just happy to get another solid finish. I could thank Whitney Automotive on the side of the car. Guys that are typically in race from 3, it's been dwindling out lately, but you know, Caleb, Kyle, Steve, Brad. You guys over at TSP for the broadcast, and the guys at Crooked Line for putting the league on. And just want to give a shout out to Daniel. I was just talking to him. Sounds like it's his first Crooked Line win. He was bad fast tonight. He chased us all down. I mean, those guys are definitely saving tires or just playing some strategy, because we pulled the lead for like a second on them, then they chased us all down and passed us. So that was congrats to Daniel on the W. And also want to shout out 23 Strong. Hopefully all is well with the Rennicks.
All right, thank you, Zach. Congratulations on the second place finish tonight. Can't wait to see you next week.
All right, take care.
Alrighty, folks, that was Mr. Zach Murphy, and I believe he's going to be P3 in the points. It looks like Elvis actually took over P2 now. Somehow, I don't know how that all transpired, but we'll look at that later. And now there was only one, right? This man, I believe I said he done 50-something races, almost 60 races, and finally parked that thing up in victory lane. Wellman, the floor is yours. You have our race winner, Daniel Sweat, in the booth.
Daniel the Creech Sweat. You'll understand that term later when you watch this back. Oh man, first Crooked Line win tonight, and you not only did you do it on strategy, you just did it on speed too. How does it feel to finally get a win?
Oh man, I'm really excited, man.
I can hear it in your voice, man.
Dude, I
Jumping
was
with
shaking
joy.
that last 10. Oh man, well Tanner, you know, man. I mean, this was for my mom, man. This was for my mom, and this was for Anthony Rennick. My mom's cancer came back, unfortunately, and she's a fighter, so we're gonna beat it. But I've been pretty bummed out, man. I haven't raced with y'all in about a week or so, and I did something last week I was kind of ashamed of. So, you know, like I say, man, this one's for my mom. This one's for Anthony. I'm so excited. I don't know what to say.
Freaking awesome, man. I love hearing that. I love hearing that, brother.
Sorry to hear about your mom. Yeah, we're thinking about Anthony, but man, I think I raced with you one of your very first races in Crooked Line earlier this year, I believe. It was at the Nashville Mini. It was the first race we ever raced in these cars, and me and you had one heck of a battle for the first and second. And I knew one day you were going to be fast enough to go get you some wins, maybe a championship. And here you are in victory lane, parked it. Who you got to think in the car tonight?
Well, I appreciate what you just said there, Wilman. I remember that battle. That was a good battle, and that was a good race, and that was a lot of fun, man. I like racing with all you guys, man. It's Crooked Line is a cool place to come race. Super fair place to race. So big shout out to you guys. Bad Company Racing, all my teammates with them, and Brandon Elvis. He kept me calm there, man. He was coaching me through that. I was like, you're the one who's normally leading. I don't know what to do up here. What do I do here? And yeah, man, like I say, it just worked out, man. I was praying for no caution, and it worked out, man. It worked out. I took the old no tire strategy I learned from Brian Zimmerman, like racing with him too, and tried to learn a little something from him over the years. I've finished second and finished third a lot, and talked to you guys quite a few times, but finally got it to the top step, man. I'm super excited about it.
Okay, man. Congratulations. Once again, we'll be thinking of you and your family and Anthony. You parked it for both of them tonight. You got the 23 Strong banner on the window of the car. Sounds like you need to go celebrate with your team tonight.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Right on, brother.
Well, thank you.
Right on, brothers. Congratulations to Mr. Daniel Sweat there, picking up his first win and picking it up for not only Anthony Rennick, but his mom. Found out, I think he found it just last week. Colon cancer came back. So, heartbreaking news to hear that. But she's beat it before, and I know she can beat it again, right? So, prayers for them for that. And hell of a way to end tonight, right? With the 07 machine winning. So, super excited to see that dude win. It's been long overdue, I guess you'd say. But, folks, I think that's going to about do it. We're going to pull up our top 5 or top 10 finishers here, if it will let me. results. There we go. Took us a minute, but we got it figured out. Daniel Sweat brought it home first. Zach Murphy's in P2. Tyler Johnson's in third. Brandon Elvis fourth. Rod Hoddenbach brought it home fifth. Ran a top 5 after earlier incident. Brought it back. Battled back. Got him a top 5. So shout out to Rob. Dalton Sweat brought it home in 6th. Todd Lentfear's in 7th. Chris Sawyer's in 8th. Sam Lawson, Party Boy, a.k.a. the Governor, is 9th. And then in 10th, we have the Pretty Man, Kevin Prettyman, right on P10. Folks, I want to thank y'all for tuning in as always. Thank you, Wild Man, for coming on and calling what I believe is your final Wednesday night race. You're going to be calling with me. I think you've joined another series, so you're not only a trader, but you're leaving me in the booth. So sad for that, but I think you're going to be calling Tuesday nights with us. Is that right?
Yep, starting next Wednesday, I'm in a new league. We got to go get 5 Kings some more wins in other series and start promoting our name within. And then, yeah, I'll be doing Tuesday nights with you since I sponsored Tuesday nights with Tripods in the Wild. I thought it was only fitting that I moved to Tuesday nights.
Right on, brother. Well, either way, glad to have you. And folks, glad to have y'all. We will be back out on track tomorrow for the Pro Dirt Late Model Series brought to you by Coleman Design. As I'll pull up now where we're heading at tomorrow night. Going to Charlotte for the season finale. Double points night tomorrow at Charlotte, where it's going to be hot and heavy. I can promise you that. The points are very, very tight. Up in the top 3 is only separated by 27 points. Justin Coleman's also the points leader in that. So he's just turning these Cricket Line Racing events into Justin Coleman events, right? So, folks, tune in there. Don't miss out. And, of course, we'll be back Saturday for Race Chatter as always. But that's going to do it for tonight. Daniel Sweat got his first Cricket Line Racing win. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Ka-chow.